History has seen many strange wars. Empires fought empires. Kings fought kings. Nations clashed for power, land and pride. But in 1932, Australia fought birds. Not soldiers, not rebels, not an invading army. Birds. And Australia lost. This is not a joke. This is real history. An entire military unit was sent to fight wild animals. They carried machine guns. They wore uniforms. They followed orders. Yet they failed. This conflict became known as the Great Emu War. A battle so strange, so embarrassing, that people still laugh about it today. Welcome to the most unusual war ever recorded in history. After World War I, Australia faced a new challenge. Thousands of soldiers returned home. The government gave them farmland to start a peaceful life. But peace didn't last. A new enemy arrived. 20,000 emus, huge birds, 6 feet tall, fast runners, impossible to catch. They invaded farms, destroyed crops, broke fences, ate everything in sight. Farmers were desperate. They lost food, they lost money. So they begged the government for help, and the government made a shocking decision. They sent the army, real soldiers, real weapons, against birds. The military arrived with machine guns. Yes, machine guns. The plan seemed simple. Find the emus, shoot them, end the problem. Officers believed this would be easy. How hard could it be to fight birds? They expected a quick victory. Few bullets, few minutes. But they had underestimated their enemy. Emus were not slow. They were smart. They moved in groups. They scattered quickly. The soldiers were confident. But confidence does not win wars, especially against unexpected enemies. The soldiers spotted a large group of emus. They took position, loaded their weapons, and opened fire. But something shocking happened. The emus ran, not slowly, not randomly. They split into groups, dodged bullets, changed direction instantly. The machine gun jammed. The birds escaped. Not a single emu died. The soldiers stood confused, embarrassed, shocked. They had fired hundreds of bullets and hit nothing. The enemy had escaped again. For the first time, the army realized this war would not be easy. The soldiers tried again. This time, they mounted the machine gun on a truck. The plan was to chase the birds while firing. But reality hit again. The emus were faster. They zigzagged. They escaped. The truck got stuck. The gun bounced. Shots missed. Thousands of bullets were fired. Only a few birds fell. The emus disappeared into the land. Soldiers were exhausted. Ammunition wasted. Morale broken. They had lost again. The birds were winning. Nature was humiliating the army. News spread across Australia. Headlines mocked. Australia loses war to birds. People laughed. Politicians were embarrassed. How could a trained army lose to animals? Questions filled the parliament. Was this war necessary? Was this money wasted? The pressure grew. Finally, the government stopped the mission. The soldiers retreated. Yes, Australia surrendered to birds. No victory parade, no medals, only shame. The Emu War ended, but the joke would live forever. After the failure, farmer found smarter solutions. They built fences, improved farming methods. No more army, no more guns. But the war became legend. A reminder that strength alone does not guarantee victory. Technology can fail, weapons can fail, but nature always adapts. The emus survived. Farms recovered. History recorded this event as the strangest war ever fought. A moment when humans learned humility. Sometimes, the smallest enemy can defeat the strongest force. This war teaches a powerful lesson. Power means nothing without strategy. Big weapons don't ensure victory. Even the strongest army can lose to a weaker opponent. History is not always heroic. Sometimes it is funny. Sometimes it is embarrassing, but it is always honest. The Emu War reminds us that confidence can blind leaders, that underestimating your enemy is dangerous. And sometimes nature decides the winner, not humans, not machines, nature. If you enjoyed this unbelievable story, subscribe to Epic Conflicts and War. Here I explore forgotten wars, strange battles, hidden history, stories you never learned in school. Because history is not always glorious. Sometimes it is shocking. Sometimes it is funny. But it always shapes our world. Stay with us for cinematic stories that reveal the real side of history. Share this video with friends. And remember, even birds can defeat an empire. History is full of surprises.